Yeah. Stroh gonna have to let me get back on this one. Yeah.
Y'all already know. It's JH. What's going on? Is that thing on? Yeah, I think it's on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of the myth between being an assistant, a PSE, versus being career as far as the pay goes. The pay. I want you guys to be clear and understand that when you think a career employee is making more and you want to sign up and say, this is not career, this is only temporary, and this is 360, and do I get the full benefits? First off, as a 360 employee, yes, you're getting benefits. You're not getting the benefits at a discounted price like a career employee would, but you're still getting the benefits. You just pay a little bit more. Just a little bit more, not much. Now, you don't get retirement investments when you are an assistant or a PSE, entry-level positions. Once you become career, PTFs, or a regular career employee, you will be able to invest in your TSP, which is your retirement fund. Now, I heard Mailman Mike. If y'all don't know who he is, check him out. Description will be below. Subscribe to his channel. And I heard him speaking about the pay. And I wanted to piggyback off of that because it just dawned on me. A lot of people say, well, is this, I get a lot of emails, and I just want to clarify this myth that a career employee makes more than a temporary employee. Technically, we do. Because once you become career, you have a pay grade. They go in steps and levels. Now, when you punch in your pay grade, let's just use some numbers here because this may seem confusing. Let's just say whatever your craft is and you become career, it'll be $1,000 a week. Not saying that what it is. Let's just say that for now. $1,000 a week for your 40 hours. Okay? That means when you punch in, you got to do your 40 hours. Punch in for your 9 to 5, you get your half hour and 2 15-minute breaks. Don't lose me. Follow this to the end. Now, you as a career employee, your pay scale, they will break it down into hours as far as what you're making per hour. So that may come out to almost $26 an hour versus the PSE that's making $18 an hour. Yes, technically you're making more. But what they won't do as a CCA, you're not going to get all that extra overtime that you were accustomed to. Well, as a CCA, you will get overtime versus being a regular city carrier. So once you become career as a regular carrier, you can sign up for the overtime list, but they got all those 360 employees, those assistants, the CCAs, to make sure that you fill your job within that 40 hours so you don't get the overtime because you're making a higher pay rate. You understand? Don't lose me. So they prefer to give a CCA at $18 an hour the overtime versus giving the career employee the overtime. That's what they're there for. They're there to assist. Okay? That doesn't mean the career employee won't get overtime. But as a CCA, you put in 20 hours of overtime a week. Easy. Mail handler assistant, 20 hours of overtime a week. Easy. But become a regular mail handler? Not so much. Because your pay grade and your pay scale and your pay per hour is higher. They prefer to pay the assistants the overtime. So yes, technically you are making more money as career. And if this is where you're thinking about, oh, why can't I sign on as career versus being an assistant? You will technically make more money per hour. You step in there and you could be making a whop of money as an assistant. But once you hit that career and you accustomed to making your $1,500 a week, these are just numbers I'm throwing out there. Don't say, oh, Jay, you said this. These are just numbers. If you're accustomed to making that $1,500 a week, then you become career and you down to only $1,000 a week. You're like, wait, where the hell? What just happened? And then you're taking money for your insurances, your health insurance, then your retirement, and your all the other insurances and all the extra stuff that you had before that you didn't have. Your money's going to it. So your paycheck will look a little smaller when you first become career. As the years go on, your levels go up. And I can't explain the levels because I don't have a chart with me. And it's too complex to explain to people that don't know about how the post office operates. I'm giving you a basic rundown of the difference and the myth of, well, I want to start as career versus why do I have to start as a CCA or a temporary? First off, they're not going to invest all that money in you. That's factual. Because no matter what you think or how you feel, you are not valuable until you prove yourself to be valuable to them. They're paying a lot of money. And the people that work for the post office now, the people that have signed on, been there for 6 years, one guy said, hey man, I made over 10 grand in 90 days or something like this. He's telling me, I mean, these guys are making some money. They're not going to invest money into somebody they're not sure is going to even make it. They're not going to invest in retirement to people that they're not sure is going to make it. So like I said in my last video about hazing, yeah, you got to go and prove yourself that you're even worth them keeping as career. So don't misconstrue the concepts or the whole concept of post office and their inner workings is so complex, and people get upset, say, I don't understand, they so unorganized. Man, it may seem like they unorganized, but them son of a bitches know what they doing. They know what they doing. And there's so many intricate details that I can't explain because I'm still learning. And I've been here for a whopping minute. Now, if I can't answer some questions, because again, I'm just a truck driver, Mike is a little more, he knows some of the ins and outs from his perspective as well. Mailman Mike, check him out. Ask Mailman Mike some questions. He knows what he's talking about. That rhymed. That was pretty good. Listen, again, I'm just trying to break that myth so you guys don't get disappointed when you 2 years in. Well, after 2 years, you'll figure out how the process works. But don't be upset if somebody says, oh, we're offering you as a PSE or as an assistant, because that's just how it is. You sign on as a PTF, you may not make as much overtime as a PSE will. All right, postal support employee versus part-time flexible. Part-time flexible does not mean you're not going to be making 40 hours a week. You will. That's just the levels that they put in there. That's just the terminology they use. This is a union thing. Don't ask me why. I just jumped into this thing, okay? I'm just trying to give you the information. Don't pay attention or don't focus on details that you're not ready for yet. How much money can I make in a year? Or will they call me back next year? Hell if I know. Some of you guys can't even make it through your orientation. Some people are getting upset when they say, oh, they hired me on as a holiday. And then somebody else just emailed me and said, hey, you know what? When I got there, they did tell me, hey, they hired me on this holiday, but they're going to let us go for a couple days and then bring us right back. That's at their place. Not saying it's happening at your place, but it can happen. So don't get mad at the post office. You guys came applying. Your expectations are high because you see people making decent money, and you should have high expectations. But you got to work for that money. All right? So again, this video was about the misconception, the misunderstanding, the confusion between being hired as a temporary PSE assistant versus being career, and the myth of how much money you can make. So a temporary can technically make $80,000 a year as a PSE, and a regular might only make 60 grand. Why? Because they call the other ones in more. They give them more overtime. Understand that. All right? This is JH. I can't bore you guys enough because y'all don't watch these videos to the end and you email me and talk, well, why don't I understand? Yo, watch the videos. This is nothing that I want to be telling everybody. It's for you to learn and know, because I don't like to answer all these emails and everything. Hey, forget about it. Hey, forget about it. JH got to get out of here. I'm about a couple minutes before I got to get in. You know where I'm going right now. I'm right here in the parking lot. I ain't supposed to be, y'all ain't even supposed to know where I work at. Too late for that. I'm not changing the video. Y'all already know. JH, do cheese.